Hello, beautifuls, and welcome back to Star Sky After Spring. Last episode, we were talking to Taka-kun, and he was telling us about his brother. Back to the game. Yes, that's that. That's what I wanted to say, as expected of Melody Senpai. I said this a number of times before. I wanted to be stronger, but my brother, he told me something. What? You have something you're good at, so it's okay. Said do what you want to do. My brother from a young age, in order to succeed my dad, didn't have time for himself. I don't want that continues to happen. I guess your brother really treats you preciously. I'm sorry for that. That's why I don't want to get into my brother's way any further. When I was in my parents' house, one way or another, I caused trouble. I enjoy my life here. My carefree life in the dormitories is seriously good. At first, I wasn't used to it, but now I enjoy my life at the dormitories. Right? In the beginning, I was also anxious, but it somehow worked itself out. But it was really unexpected. I would never have thought that idiot Haru would have come here. Come to think of it, didn't Oshinari-sensei say that you were acquaintances? What is your relationship? Haru serves my father, the boss of the Izumizu group, as a gang member. Because of that, he became my teacher. Oshinari-sensei is a gang member? Right? More than me. He doesn't look like one, right? Yeah, he looks like a total nerd. Yeah. Taka-kun laughed with mirth. He gave a mischievous smile, appropriate for his age. I felt relieved. From the time that I was 5 years old, Haru had to come to live with my family in that house. Why? My dad took charge of him. I don't know how much. When I ask Haru about it, he just dodges the question. If the person himself doesn't want to say it, then it's unreasonable to ask about it. Taka-kun, you're really gentle. When you say it, I feel kind of happy. Well then, does that mean you and Oshinari-sensei are childhood friends? Well, you can put it that way. Haru has been with me since I was a child. I see. But our positions are different. We also have a large age gap, so it's kind of different from normal childhood friends. Somehow there's a distance placed. That's somewhat irritating. Taka-kun, at first you seemed quite surprised. Didn't you know that Oshinari-sensei would come as well? I didn't know a thing about it, you know. But I did know that when Haru went to college, he did plan on becoming a teacher. He's already in a mob, so why did he pursue becoming a teacher? You've taken good care of us, so do as you like, was what my dad said to Haru, but that idiot Haru feels inept and said that it was only a luxury. That's why I said it. If you don't do what you like, I'll beat you, I said. So then that guy said he wanted to be a teacher. When my dad heard it, he sent Haru to college. I wonder why he chose to be a teacher. I can't answer you about that. Might be because of the time when he was still taking care of me, but I never got a chance to ask, since he's always invaded it. To tell you the truth, when I was applying here, I kept it a secret from my family, and so when I passed, I said, aside from this school, I won't go anywhere else, and packed. I'd already expected that my dad would get angry at me. In the end, my brother settled it out. That's why I wasn't able to tell Haru about this. Why? If I told him, I think he would have definitely been against it. In fact, he's completely against it. That meant with Haru being worried about me, when the time came that he had to choose a place to practice teaching, he purposely chose the Getsu Academy. I didn't visit my parents' house during the summer vacation. I only occasionally called my brother. Every time Haru would ask me either, are you eating your meals? Are you getting sick? Or were you able to make friends and send it through the mail? Oshinari-sensei, I think he treasures you a lot. I wonder about that. I don't know if that's only because that guy thinks it's the duty of a teacher. I don't think so, because he's worried enough to send you mail. It would be nice if that were true. I'm sure it is. But if he's really worried, my brother will be even more worried. I don't want to be a nuisance to my brother. That's why I want to be stronger. I want to hurry up and be stronger so I can support my brother. So that's why you want to be stronger. Even if I say it, I don't have to worry about my brother. As expected, I really don't like it. If my brother is the only one who has to hold back, isn't it fair enough? And furthermore, in the end, the me right now is only this strong. I know myself is the best. I know myself the best. Taka-kun, by acknowledging your own weakness, does that mean you're already strong? No, that won't do. I want to gain real strength, so that you'll come to like me. Nah? No matter what comes at me, I definitely won't give up. That's the kind of strength that I want to have. Suddenly, Taka-kun smiled as he stared at my face, and my heart ended skipping a beat. But I just realized now, it might actually be a bit different from love. Why? Because what I want in my hands is the strength that you have. Whether it's love or passion, I don't know. If I think about it very carefully, I might have been wrong. Somehow, I feel kind of bad. Taka-kun, I don't mean the strength when you're fighting. I want strength as a human being. When I look at Master, Mom, and Rice Ball, they give their strength for wanting to protect a precious person. Melody-senpai, it's those guys' childhood friend, right? Yeah, they're my precious childhood friends. I see. When you say that, then it must be really good. Taka-kun. At that moment, suddenly, I heard a sound from behind, with thought that no one was here beside us. Oi, who's there? Knew it. So that's how it is. You should have said that from the start. I would have cooperated, you know. I'll make you my follower. But, really? Kanata, Yokun, and even Suzuya. Looking back, we saw the three smiling firmly. You guys are such creeps. Am I never having alone time? Oh, for real? I should feel really annoyed that you were eavesdropping, but I guess being exposed can't be helped. I'll be in your care. It can't be helped. Rather than you hang around Aromi, we'll take care of you. I'm in debt to you, Rice Ball. For crying out loud, didn't I say to stop calling me Rice Ball? Jeez, how many times must I do this for you to understand? Mom, please take care of me. I'll be troubled if you monopolize Aromi any further. Melody-senpai. Because I was caught off guard with the appearance of the three, it was sudden when Taka-kun grabbed my hand. I'll definitely become a good man, so become my ow! Today Kanata used his fist to punch Taka-kun's head. Taka, you didn't listen to a word we said. Let go of Aromi. Master, that's too severe. Taka-kun, are you alright? Ugh, I can handle this. I can handle this much. Alright, okay, I'll do my best. Taka-kun. Then to prepare for tomorrow, I'll be going to sleep. See you tomorrow. I'm so excited. Oh, he's like a little kid. Taka-kun raised a hand and ran with an energetic smile on his face. He's already going to sleep, but it's only evening. Evening? Why does it look like... Well, by evening does he mean like 6 o'clock or 3 o'clock? If it's that guy, it's most likely that he'll really lie down on his futon the moment he returns to his room. You have a point. It might be true. I'm glad I was able to properly hear Taka-kun's story. But why am I choosing? I'll pick this. I was able to understand. Being able to understand Taka-kun a little bit makes me happy. I wonder if I also become dependable. Even if you do nothing, you can still become Izumi-kun strength. After all, Izumi-kun only has to look at you and he becomes really determined. That's right. If that guy gets carried away, just tell me, okay? I'll beat him. I'll also keep a constant watch, but you should also keep your guard up. Okay. Although I'm not the one who's undergoing this intensive training, whenever I think about tomorrow, I feel thrilled. I smiled as I look up at the sky. Night was soon approaching. Then it's probably 6. Yeah. I'm parched. Like, so thirsty. Wasn't sure if you guys heard me, like, gulp down some soda. After school, the 4 of us, as usual, were chatting. But our class really can't live without Suzuya. Isn't everyone relying on Suzuya too much? Our class submitted Chef Suzuya's coffee shop. But can Kanata say that about other people? Every time something happens, you rely on Suzuya. You aren't even checking the items for display. That's true. I don't know what I can do. I'm happy when I'm being relied on. It's because Suzuya spoils him. That Kanata turned out to be no good. Or was he already like this before? Yo, shut up. I can do it if I want to. What is it? Kanata suddenly cut off what he was saying, following his gaze. Shut up, it's annoying. However, young master, stop calling me young master. I may be exposed again. I apologize. Seeing and displeased Taka-kun and troubled Oshinari-sensei were rushed in. Taka, Oshinari-sensei, what are you guys doing in a place like this? It's master and the rest. Taka-kun, I heard voices, but you can't speak to Oshinari-sensei like that, alright? Excuse me, I burped. Taka-kun? Young master. Kanata grabbed Oshinari-sensei's shoulder as he was about to chase him. Please wait, what the hell happened? That was... I heard the situation from Taka-kun. Nah? I heard that Taka's family are the gangsters. I also heard that you were a gang member there. Did young master tell you all of that? Yes. So that's how it is. But rather, did something happen with Taka-kun? If it's okay with you, would you mind telling us what happened? No, it wasn't that big of a deal. I was a bit worried about him, whether he was properly eating his meals, and what about his sleep, his studies. And then I uncautiously became nosy. That's it? That's Taka. Isn't he just extremely short-tempered? He's in his puberty, so he can't be honest. Oshinari-sensei, can you leave this to us for now? We'll talk to Izumi-kun. Really, Suzuya? You only have a 1-year difference with Taka. Really? Yes, please leave it to us. I understand if you excuse me. I'll leave the matter with the young master to you. Okay. I can't believe he's a... Oshinari-sensei does not look like a mob. I mean... the hell? After Oshinari-sensei gave a deep bow, the 4 of us went off to follow Taka-kun. Taka-kun is there. You're right. Oi, Izumi-kun. You guys, did all of you chase me all the way here? Sorry, but could you leave me alone for now? That's something we can't do. Melody-senpai. You know, we were informed on the thing you and Oshinari-sensei were talking about. I already told you guys, huh? Taka-kun, having someone concerned about you is a wonderful thing. If a person doesn't care about you, he wouldn't be worried. But to ask whether I ate my meals on time or whether I sleep properly, I'm no longer a kid. Having to answer those questions one by one is really troublesome. Is that all? Oshinari-sensei treats you preciously, right? If you ask me, that is something to be really thankful for. Master. But you can probably say that because it's never happened to you, right? You're wrong. A while back before we met you, we had a nasty fight with each other. Is that so? That actually happened early this spring. I was worried over Kanata too much that we had a fight. Suzuha recalled the punishment with a wry smile. A fight? What happened? Even if I look like this, I have a serious illness. So because of that illness, I became sickly. That's why our mom pointlessly worries about me. Well, I'll somehow be concerned. That's because he's one of my precious childhood friends. Eh? Master is sick? Is that for real? I didn't notice at all. You won't normally notice it. Isn't that natural? Besides, right now I'm stable. I'm even full of energy. That's why I feel relieved right now. When Kanata's condition got worse, Suzuha was really worried. He was nagging a lot, right? He looked like Oshinari-sensei from a moment ago. And like the Izumi right now, Kanata got angry. For a while, we had a strained relationship. And how did you guys make up? Yokun got mad, right? He said to the two, "How long are you guys planning on being hesitant? Hurry up and make up already." That's right. Kanata was like, I understand Suzuha's feelings on why he's worried. And I was like, I was worried too much for my friends. At that time, I lost. It's okay to be close with a childhood friend. Those words left Suzuha and Kanata in an uncomfortable silence. After a while, they turned to look at each other and laugh with embarrassment. I guess that's true, but somehow I feel like Haru builds up a wall around himself. Why? It feels like I'm listening to a teacher obligated to worry about me. That kind of thing. I know that's not true. I know, but whenever I think about it, even when he's concerned, is this really Haru's true feelings? Is what I end up thinking. Inadvertently, I become rebellious. I did something bad to Haru when he was only worried about me, and I ended up hating myself for that. If that's the case, why don't you come with us and apologize? Melody-senpai, if you tell him about all your feelings, Oshinari-sensei will understand, don't you think? Yeah. We left the rooftop garden together with Taka-kun. Oshinari-sensei. Huh? The five of us went back to the dormitories, and in front of the Virgo dormitory stood Oshinari-sensei. Haru. Young master. It seemed like he had waited for Taka-kun to return. Young master, about the nagging I gave you a while ago, I'm terribly sorry. That's not it. I don't want you to apologize. Eh? It's not like I don't want your concern. Rather than that, I appreciate it. But I don't like you talking about those sort of things. You worry way too much over me. Am I doing such things that make you worry about me so much? That is... That's wrong. That's not what I wanted to say. Taka-kun, I don't want you to only be concerned about me. I also want to worry about Haru. Express your thoughts more. Our positions don't matter. We're childhood friends, aren't we? Young master, how long are you going to act reserved towards me? It makes me seem uncool if it's only me who's been thinking that we're childhood friends. You're mistaken. Young master's my precious childhood friend. Haru, the boss has to be troubled from taking care of me, yet the boss already had his precious son, so I thought I wasn't allowed to become young master's friend. Those things have nothing to do with each other. I am young master's tutor. No, you can stop calling him young master now. But maybe I was thinking too much. Regardless of position or social status, as young master's childhood friend, I have to face you. Young master. What is it? It might be stupid to carelessly point it out, but from this point on, can I consider myself a young master's childhood friend? Of course. Haru, from now on, treat me well. Yes. Taka-kun held out his hand and grabbed Oshinari Sensei's. The two shook hands. The laughing faces of the two created a soft atmosphere, and that is where we're going to stop. I think that was perfect place to stop. But how are you guys enjoying the series so far? I am loving it. I really am loving it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. Tell yourself you're beautiful in the mirror, and I'll see you guys next time.